Two, look at me. You set a high level for yourself. That's why you're down. That's great. Now go reach that level, okay? And you can reach it with force. Doesn't have to be stats all the time. Go dominate the game with force, okay? Because you set a high level for yourself. Go dominate the game with force.
With the first pick in the 2018 NBA Draft, the Phoenix Suns select Deandre Ayton.
Basketball changed my family and I's life.
Jam time for Deandre Ayton.
A certain peak, some people just can't reach, but they would love to try to test you every day.
Fighting inside, Ayton.
You just gotta be on your best A game regardless. We definitely embrace it and learn from it.
Yo, what's up you guys? Welcome back to Second Take. It's Vishwa here, and today we're going to be covering something revolving around the NBA Finals, but more particularly on a specific player who has really taken his game to the next level. That player is none other than the big man Deandre Ayton, and in this video, I'm going to first talk about Ayton's journey to the NBA in brief, then discuss how his NBA career has gone so far, and then talk about the immense impact that he's had on the championship-bound Phoenix Suns. Although at the time I'm recording this, the Suns are currently up 2-1 against the Milwaukee Bucks in the series, and there is a chance that they could blow their lead, but the purpose of today's video is purely based on the one player Deandre Ayton, his overall game, and evaluating his future potential. So whether the Suns win the finals or not, it doesn't impact Ayton's performance and reputation throughout his career, although if they do win the finals, that could further boost his potential in bonus ways. So without delay, please smash that like button and be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I promise you will not regret it, and let's get straight into the video. At first, coming out of college, Deandre Ayton already flashed a lot of potential during his one-year stint with the University of Arizona and the Wildcats. He averaged a stellar 20 points, about 12 boards, and 2 blocks, shooting in an extraordinary 64% from the field. Overall, the 7'1", 250-pound big man was compared to the likes of David Robinson, Shawn Kemp, and Karl Anthony Towns. Many even tried comparing him to Joel Embiid, but that wasn't an accurate one, only because Ayton's defensive effort was often questioned. I could go on and on about his accomplishments in high school and college, but a main point I'd like to bring up was getting drafted at number 1 overall in the 2018 NBA draft. The big reason I bring this up is because of the Suns making the evident mistake of passing on the once-in-a-generational talent Luka Doncic. In Ayton's first year, he averaged 16 points and 10 rebounds on 58% shooting, but this was on a bad Suns team that was 19-63, thus making it just empty stats for him. Meanwhile, Doncic averaged 21 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists, winning the Rookie of the Year award by a huge margin. Trae Young also performed very well and better, averaging 19 points and 8 assists in his first year as well, so there was a lot of pressure mounting on Ayton from the beginning. In Ayton's second year, just as he was starting to have a breakout season, he got suspended for 25 games in the month of October for violating the NBA's substance abuse policy, and he also suffered an injury, thus he missed another few games. While others like Luka and Trae became all-stars having terrific years, Ayton did not have the best sophomore start. However, he ended up regrouping and persevered to average 18 points, 12 boards, shooting a slightly worse 54% from the field. In addition, Ayton was also a part of the 8-0 run the Suns had during the NBA bubble, and he, along with Devin Booker, represented the makings of a bright future that just needed one more piece, and they found that guy in Chris Paul. And after trading away Kelly Oubre, Ricky Rubio, Ty Jerome, Jalen LeCue, and a first-round pick for Chris Paul and Abdel Nader, the Suns actually had only the 15th best odds of winning the chip this year, and people said that they would only just make a good playoff run. But as we see, the Suns have completely defied those odds and have not only made the finals, but are still doing really good in these finals right now, and this is due to both Coach Monty Williams and the legendary CP3. Not only have the Suns improved immensely from last season, but Ayton has also gotten the opportunity to elevate his game heavily. This season, Ayton averaged 14.4 points, 10.5 rebounds, and 1.2 blocks on a terrific 62.6% shooting from the field. I know his stats did take a dip from his previous season, but this is due to quite a few reasons. Firstly, as the team had acquired CP3, Ayton was getting used to the whole new system, and that had the majority of the offensive production based on their two backcourt all-stars CP3 and Devin Booker. In addition, this also caused a rocky start, and the chemistry took a while to form. Finally, the biggest reason for his dip in stats is that if your team is a finals contender contender, your stats shouldn't be the most flashy, as it takes a full team effort to achieve this purpose. And as the season went on, Ayton continued to develop his game and his chemistry with all the teammates, and their flawless team play is what has caused a huge run in the postseason for the Suns. Now we'll be discussing his overall impact on the Suns' current postseason tenure, which could go as far as winning the finals. So far this playoffs, Ayton is averaging 16 points, 12 boards, and a block and an assist on a shocking 70% from the field, which is among the greatest of all time in playoff history. Before we break down Ayton's specific performances in general so far, the Suns' success has been due to how well coached they are and how amazing each and every player contributes to their success. Whether it's a bucket from CP3, Cam Payne, or Devin Booker, an interior shot by Ayton, or a catch and shoot three by Jay Crowder, Mikal Bridges, or Cam Johnson, the ball is always moving till the best shot is found, and this is also due to the tremendous leadership, basketball IQ, and facilitating Chris Paul provides. As for Ayton, he has been such a pivotal part in the Suns' success in several ways. He started the playoffs with 3 straight 20-10 games against the Lakers and was crashing the glass throughout the series against a weak front court of LA. If you just look at these numbers, Ayton was providing such a key impact against both the Nuggets and the Clippers as well, dominating weaker interior defenses like both of these teams. I mean, to me, he is easily better than someone like Rudy Gobert, as he was able to dominate on both ends of the floor against a small ball Clipper team while Gobert couldn't. This is also ironic, as defense was like a big issue for Ayton coming out of college, but now he's one of the best rim protectors in today's NBA. He's had a total of 13 double-doubles and has had dominant performances like the first 3 games versus the Lakers, as I said before, 19 points and 22 rebounds in Game 4 against the Clippers, and 22 and 19 Game 1 against Milwaukee. He has been able to flourish through the pick and roll with CP3 and Cam Payne, occasional post-up opportunities, crashing the boards for putbacks and getting to the foul line, and doing all the little things like hustling and setting screens. He's always been making the right reads when double teams comes, and always finds the open man at the perimeter for a shot or a better pass, so he's had a really great impact overall in the Suns postseason. Now I'll be discussing the ceiling of Deandre Ayton. It's already looking like the Suns didn't make such a horrendous mistake as it was once seen, passing on Luka after all, due to how dominant Ayton has been, especially with CP3 as a point guard. I personally think that Ayton will develop into a top 3 to top 5 center in the league, as this is also only his 3rd year. He has shown a lot of flashes of a Patrick Ewing type of player with his defensive prowess. Yes, I know it seems like a stretch, as Ayton still has ways to go offensively, such as being more aggressive, extending his long range, and a bit of his actual guard skill play, but I still think he'd be one of the prominent bigs of the league within the next 2 to 4 years. First of all, Ayton has already been in a winning culture with the Suns, with mentors like Coach Monty and CP3 assisting him along the way. As you guys saw in the intro, Monty has the utmost belief in Ayton, telling him to dominate and not worry about the stat sheet. Ayton has also called Chris Paul the best thing that has ever happened to him in his career. As Ayton has started flourishing as a traditional big man, it's only a matter of time before he starts expanding his overall game, consisting of developing skills possessed by guys like Joel Embiid, Anthony Davis, Hakeem Olajuwon, and Patrick Ewing. CP3 may not be sticking around long term for the rest of his career, which could give Ayton all the time and freedom to develop his game, but it all starts with his confidence and desire to achieve greatness. He needs to step out of his comfort zone, as well as in the playoffs. 83% of his baskets have been assisted, and his post-ups were nearly cut in half in comparison to the regular season. He also focused on more of the smaller things, such as the pick and roll defense, rebounds, putbacks, and screens. The fact that he flourished on all the small aspects and his defensive gifts like that of Kevin Garnett proves big things, especially given his natural feel for the game and his massive strength and frame. With Ayton excelling at the small things, in order to take his game to the next level or reach his true ceiling, he'll really need to expand his offensive game. It all starts with making opponents respect his mid-range shot more, and he's shown a lot of flashes that he can do that in about the 15 to 18 foot range much more, then slowly working his way to the 3-point line. Then he can work on his post game and dribbling much more, as well as reading the game much better. If he can really put in the work and strive with the other young pieces like Cam Johnson, Mikal Bridges, and Devin Booker, he along with the Suns could be really dangerous going forward. In conclusion, I definitely feel like Deandre Ayton has a top 3 big man potential and could even become another Patrick Ewing if he really puts in the work. He's already been in a winning culture with mentors like CP3 and Monty Williams, motivating him and has been a vital part in their success. He has a strong frame, the ability to flourish in traditional big man skills such as the smaller things and defensive instincts, and a decent mid-range and post game that can already put up 20 and 10 on any night. He'll still have Coach Monty to help him, and if he really puts in the work, he could really become one of the league's best bigs and perhaps a near superstar caliber player. Anyway, comment down below what you think of Deandre Ayton and his game as a whole, as well as his potential ceiling. Also provide your thoughts on the Suns roster and their roster going forward, and any future ideas for videos. Please smash that like button if you enjoyed it, and remember to subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys for watching, and peace.